All right, thank you, Officer Belford. Obviously, that part of the meeting we do not record, so welcome Facebook people to our Tepe Park August Neighborhood Association meeting. So the next up on our agenda is Kathy, and she's going to give us an update on the upcoming neighborhood picnic.
It's basic. Saturday from 11 to 2, having the picnic. Going to have hot dogs, chips, cookies, bottles of water. Come hang out with everybody. I think Austin was going to be able to get some yard games to do that out there. Wanting to get some sidewalk chalks if kids can get through, like the basketball court or something like that. Something fun. I know it's different than past years because usually we did huge giveaways and all that, but in this past year we kind of learned that most of the stuff was being thrown away. So let's focus the money somewhere else. We are always open to donations. Anything, a few dollars, there's a box up here, or if you can buy something that we need for it. We have not went to shop yet, so if there's anything like that, we will gladly take it. We want to go ahead and do this now?
Do you have any alternatives if the weather turns bad that day, or might do something another day?
Well, my original plan is instead of having it right up here, having it out by the gazebo. Because the parents with kids that like to go play, it kind of separates them. So it's like, let's get everybody in the same general area. If the weather's going to be a little dicey, then I want to move it back up to our normal spot. That way, if it does start raining, we can just bring it right back. Thankfully, we have a clubhouse, so, you know, we also have the gazebo too, so if it does start to rain, we have two options. I'm keeping a very close eye on the weather because this is Indiana and you never know what's going to happen. The other thing is you know, this week we are doing a neighborhood pulse, and they are wanting information from us. It's kind of taken from the same things we're doing with the quality of life plan, asking the neighbors, asking the people that's affected what they see, what they want. So we have two different things. First one is what good effective things have you experienced in the neighborhood? We'd like to write these down, take them down, so we can bring them to the meeting Thursday. So, anybody got any suggestions, ideas? What do you mean by effective? Well, good things that you see. You know, positive things, effective things like
people actually taking care of their properties.
Take care of their properties.
I love that on my block, everybody kind of knows everybody else. We watch each other's houses, and we're always talking to each other. We grow stuff for each other, and so we trade off vegetables and things like that. It's just really tight-knit.
I love seeing all the big gardens popping up around the neighborhood. No matter where we're walking, we take different routes to my friend's house, and there's always a new garden of some sort growing. If it's not flowers, it's food, and it's everywhere.
Oh, the gardens?
Yes, they're all over the neighborhood. And my kids see that, some of them have take what you want. They're like, is that for real? You take the tomato? And I'm like, if you want the tomato.
too.
Because that's something that is amazing.
The neighborhood is better lit, likewise, street lights.
Better lit. Yeah, don't mind my horrible handwriting.
You go to practice for Thursday.
I know. At least you can read it. Anybody else have any suggestions?
Brent.
Yeah.
The new neighbors on Linwood.
Huh? Xavier.
Oh, yeah.
Incorporate the line, not, throwing fireworks at like.
Kids not trying to harm each other? Cool.
The new surface on Linwood is nice. People move faster, which is not.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's better than potholes.
Judge off of it because like.
We'll have another one before they fix it.
Yeah.
Now if we could just get them to do all the streets.
I love seeing all the new remodeling, all the houses are experiencing around here. Community one coming in and giving a lot of these old houses a facelift.
Yeah, I absolutely love that house. So, housing being renovated.
There's something on the positive side, but it's more the city doing it, the county doing it. We had, where our sewer drains are at the corners of the streets, we had several of them that were really sunk in and had big gaping holes in front of them. They started fixing those.
Ah, awesome. So sewer's getting fixed.
Maybe we're gonna have less flooding around here.
Aw, but didn't you like go and swim it every time it rained?
My kids had a big conundrum when they fixed the alleyway across the street from me, because they were playing the big puddles.
Slowly, it's so deep, it's like it's synchronized. Like a dance.
I think it's been really amazing watching neighbors step up and do amazing things. And there's a couple examples that we see on the wall, like Crystal's sister, which I should know her name by now, but I don't. She's just Crystal's sister.
Stacy, Stephanie.
Shannon
Shannon, I knew it was an S.
designed the new logo. So that was a neighbor who did that. And then the Connections block party was done by neighbors, especially Lisa's leadership, but Kathy Vanetta threw in as well. So just seeing
Neighbors stepping up.
yeah, in a positive way to make change.
Anything else?
I think you should add that, that every place I go in the city, I hear about TV Park as an example, so that you guys' collaboration is being looked at by the whole city as a collaborative neighborhood effort.
Take an example. I'll put good. We don't want to leave that open.
Do you need another street paper?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Well, there's
Unless
something
y'all
I've
keep going.
noticed.
You just change colors and razors.
Something I've noticed in everything in the neighborhood as you drive around and everything, it seems like maybe this time of the evening, there might be 2 or 3 or something like that, but the neighbors seem to be communicating with each other.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like you know your neighbor better this year than you did last year.
And it's nice actually seeing people out at this time of night. This last year, you didn't really see anybody out, you know. One of my friends posted with, the hashtag coffee. She's like, I wouldn't have let my kids be playing on the porch here at night. It was about 8, 9 o'clock at night. She was sitting there. Well, this time last year, I wouldn't have felt safe at all, having my kids playing even on their front porch.
So we're feeling safer
Mhm.
now.
The more safety in the neighborhood.
Yeah, so I think we had to make a 911 call this summer, not even when they had the fireworks and stuff.
No, I know for 4th of July, we did not have to call at all.
That was amazing.
I think it's been just random here and there for
We did.
annoyances.
Oh,
John's, you get delivery after 9.
That was
That's
before
our fault apparently. They don't deliver after 9 anymore.
that was before they tore down this one dilapidated, front,
Crack
previous house.
One of the tiny guys.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
that tore down, after tore it down, and it's like safe road, and it stayed to make it for years and years and years.
There we go, there's one, vacant houses are being torn
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as vacant lots are being torn down, or the lots are just overgrowing, God only knows what's in the overgrown grass. So it's trading one evil for another.
You guys got nominated, we started a new thing with our email blast called Gold Star Fist Bump. When somebody gets a gold star, it came up from the Global Leadership Summit at our table. You guys were nominated for a Gold Star Fist Bump. It's gonna come out for the next emails. For the lot on Linwood, that after that old house was torn down, they painted their fence with
That's
these
it.
flowers.
Yeah, sure. I couldn't figure out whose house it was, and I walk by it all the time.
Oh, I guess what.
It just got started. It's not done yet.
I took a
You should
picture.
walk by it.
I did the other day.
Acknowledge, coming
Oh,
up
that's
soon.
neat. I didn't get to help paint anything, but they only let me paint the white part.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon that did that, she won't let me do any of the flowers.
Your leadership team will get the email.
Yeah, the flowers right there, Jefferson and Linwood,
Well,
two
that's
around the corner.
yeah, one of the
Those flowers,
neighbor
those flowers.
that lived over there for 35 years. I didn't know, I've never met her. I was just sitting out on the porch one day. She came over and talked about our yard and how it looked nice. And she said she hated bugs and hated being outside, but she likes the flowers. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they empty lot there. on the corner.
Yeah, yeah.
I walk by it almost every once.
Is it one that can stay out all year? Or do you have to take it down
It's
after
some will come
summer?
back, some will come back. I had the sunflowers that were growing above the stop sign, right? Go out and trim those down, but I was like, I'd rather see that than weeds, you know.
Just, yeah, the empty lots, you want to set on that corner, just a gas a lot.
Oh, so you guys did the sunflower seeds by the stop sign?
Yeah, that's it.
My kids were admiring them as we were walking.
Good, good. That's what I want to do with that lot that's there where we painted on the fence. I've been trying to get that lot from the city, but the city apparently doesn't own it yet. I don't know what the holdup is, because they paid to take it down and everything, but we want to do something with that lot if we can ever get it from the city, but they're just dragging their feet.
What's your last name?
Coleman.
Like,
Yeah, like that's our daughter.
Do we have any ordinance stuff that we want to put on
I'm
here?
so sorry. They got stuff.
I don't know. This is the expiration.
You made a very good mess of
They're
it.
not real,
All
they're
right.
not the best communicators.
Because it's just like, because right now all it is just drawing trash. People are just dumping stuff.
Now we have the dreaded, what challenges do we have in our neighborhood?
We heard
Trash.
about the empty lots.
Yeah, trash, empty lots.
Overgrown. It just scares me to know kids are playing in some of those lots and they might find a needle or something.
Do they ever, does that lot ever flag?
Oh yeah, I live over on Jackson right off the one way, and we have a couple that are overgrown, like the house across the street from me, the hermit used to live there, they put him in a home, they still haven't done anything, it gets flagged all the time.
They only come out apparently every 28 days. That's what they told us.
And they won't mow it unless you keep hassling them. So,
No, most of the grass area is more like.
I think
It should be, but it
Communication,
never.
Trying to get information
that's
out
why I
and
always cut
letting the
mine about
resident,
it twice a
everybody
month.
know,
We
not
cut ours
because
every week.
you should have meetings or you
Like,
should
I
have
always
get a
get
flyer or
Sunday.
whatever. Getting communication.
What else?
I got something, it's not like that, but it's like something to do with some of those empty lots. I saw where they had like little pocket parks, like little mini parks. I think that would be nice if we could get the city to give us the lands or something like that, just put something mini in there. What I would really like to see is that house at Linwood and Washington, where you go off, kind of come this way. It'd be nice if we could get something up there with our neighborhood logo, because that's kind of like the bleed into the neighborhood, that would be really
It would be really cool to like a mini pot park and Christine with a garden
Yeah,
with the logo and stuff.
yeah,
That
and
would
I
be
was
really nice.
assuming the city owns that too, I don't know, but it'd be nice, because that's.
Well, that's a possible solution to that.
Yeah.
You know, public-
You know, it would be a solution if the city would be willing to either put like gardens or something or dumpster on it, or even donate it to somebody, like her wanting that her lot next to your house, you know. If you draw up a plan saying, this is what I plan on doing with it. And
Yeah,
that-
they don't.
yeah,
Well,
that,
they're not very communicative, whatever that word
Is
is.
it too far to reach, maybe along with the pocket gardens and everything, to put, park for maybe toddlers on those ducks and stuff?
Little parks or gardens or something to
Swing
fill that
set.
space.
and you know, like the empty lot we have up here by the bus stops, it'd be good to have like some benches and something there for, you know, the moms waiting for the bus, something for them just to play with.
Oh, yes.
And trash cans.
Trash cans would be nice. Out the window,
Yeah.
Just outside the stores.
There's up here at this bus stop across the street, it's just an empty lot, but is it just a stop sign? I mean, well,
Just a bus
the
stop.
bus stop's on this side with the church, if you go across the street, right across, it's empty
Yeah,
lot.
that's,
Yeah,
There's nothing.
you have this house right here, and then right beside it is a huge empty lot.
And it would be nice to put some benches and possibly a mini park,
But there's not a bus shelter or anything.
No,
No.
there's no bus shelters for any of our bus stops around here.
Yeah.
I think it's neat because, I mean, from Evans, a lot of people take it.
Well, that and on Evans and Madison, I always get Madison on the road all screwed up. That is the common place for our teenagers in the neighborhood to catch the city bus trips. So,
It would be nice to have a shelter with a trash can. I'm all for putting trash cans close to the bus stop. I'm tired of seeing them all.
and
Debris.
Aging trees,
I believe.
aging trees,
um,
yeah.
alleys, and safe
Sidewalks.
transportation. Yeah, so I'm calling it safe transportation, which means people can't walk on the sidewalks, bikes for youth, trying to ride around. It's not, because we just highlighted the issue with speeding cars. So just having
Safe path.
safe passageway through the community to some of the major streets and across some of the.
Yeah, because I noticed it out walking, it is hit and miss. You get one block, and it's so pretty, and it's taken care of, and you cross the street to the next block, and it looks like a garbage.
Where the sidewalks are.
And then the sidewalks are all cranky, and like over by in front of you, that one tree that's gonna kill somebody, something just to make.
I sit out there all the time and I'm waiting for a car to scrape that at Madison and Evans in the bottom.
Oh, yeah. The slow down spot right here.
You got speed bumpers.
Yeah.
It's pretty deep.
It does.
And you can hear the bottom of the car scrape, and I just know I'm gonna see the body keep going, and the bottom's gonna be back here.
So, we have anything else on challenges that we found?
I would say another challenge is like the number of kids that are walking around that don't have any parental supervision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't carry any water.
People walking down here, my kids are like, "Can you get a bottle of water?"
Maybe like little kids too. I mean, I can
Yeah.
understand like teenagers, but I feel like if you look like you're 5, you should have a parent.
Yeah, we had one
That's
down there that
popular.
was like 7, 8 years old, and he was watching, I know that boy was maybe 2 years old.
And
And you kept
your
running down the
10-year-old child is not your baby.
No, and then the baby
Yes,
kept walking
because-
across the
Oh,
street.
Lord, I'm guilty.
Yeah,
My
I was
daughter's
scared.
out there with packs and everything.
Yeah,
They're
and
at the park though.
Yeah. You
I
know,
drove
bit of
down
difference.
Monroe
you know,
one
with South
day,
by Charlotte,
and
would have Brittany
my
walking
mother
down,
was
but I'd be
actually
watching from
playing
the
with
corner.
but she
So I
had
don't
the
have
back,
to.
the child back to the street.
Yeah, you're not
And
the
the
problem.
ball
I
went,
promise.
and he came out, and it scared me to
Yeah.
death.
At least there was a parent around, where when I was sitting down there was no parents, just kids watching kids.
My friend lives
They're
up
old enough
here
to do that.
on Washington. She has a trampoline in her yard. She was in there in her classroom teaching her kids, and she looks outside. There's 3 kids in her trampoline, and she's like, and the parents, there's this guy, I guess their brother, 16, 17, came completely panicked that the girls got in there. Their parents were like 3 blocks down the road at their house.
Yep.
And you know, on a trampoline, that's a safety hazard all in itself.
Yeah.
And you know, they have a fence put up and everything.
Great, some of the stories I've heard, like, over down the street, there's one thing I heard was a kid was on people's property. There's about 3 or 4 kids on people's front yard, and the woman asked him to leave, and he said, "You don't have to come in the house." She's going in the house. She was smart enough to think, well, I need to call some help or anything. She's going in the house, so we started telling the kids, you're going to have to go somewhere else if you don't live there. You know, she wouldn't, I guess, judgment of understanding. That's her property. You can't have the kids come on your property and hang out. You just gotta really go in your house.
So trespassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they haven't gotten to that class yet.
That's it.
Well, but as at the doghouse, we do have quite a number of people that just chain their dogs up outside for 12 hours a day. And that's very concerning.
But that house has not been touched. I think maybe opened one time since they took, the dogs and everything out. And I've seen rodents that you never saw before.
So yeah,
I have an issue with my dog next door, which I told you about. And then I guess new people moved in on the one way, and they don't take care of their pit bulls. Their pit bulls have been in my yard numerous times, and I straight up told them the last time, I don't want dogs. Keep them off my property, or I will take them down to the shelter. You know, it's been 4 or 5 times that these dogs have just came in my yard. My kids play outside all the time, so I'm like, if your dogs bite my kids, then,
I hope that's all it is a bite.
yeah. I mean, they're friendly pit bulls, but it's not the point. The point is, people need to take care of their dogs.
so I'll go abandoned, neglected pets.
I don't know anyone that had one.
Call houses. Excuse me. Anything else anybody can think of? We pretty much nailed most of it on the head.
You just put down the trees, put the trees on the street.
Yeah.
Put them down.
Got aging trees.
Yeah.
But when I pointed out and everything it looked something like a palm tree that grow kind of out like that. You see people walking down the streets and everything, and they have to come out into the street so they don't get whacked in the face by it.
What about all the abandoned
And,
cars?
I used to think it was a tree, but everybody
There's
says
an
it's a
abandoned
weed.
truck right now on the street, and you can't even see coming out of Jackson. They're all lined up right there on the fence.
Yeah, kind of, like I said, they kind of look like palm trees in a way. They're pretty to look at if they were maintained,
I will tell you though, Eric is really good about if you yell at him about damaged vehicles, getting out there and getting them.
Well, I called somebody when my neighbor had 2 abandoned cars and all the rats kept coming. So he put the dog out there and all of his rats from the vehicles came in my house. I'm like,
Oh, yay. There's another one, rodents.
mm-hmm.
sometimes it's kind of spooky. Maybe about 10 o'clock at night and everything, I'll go into my kitchen and I already have my night lights out on. But if I look out my back window, you see 2 glowing eyes and everything, and I know is too little for a cat. And it's like, what is that out there, and keeping the mosquitoes down in the
I actually
summer.
had a couple people say something to me about that
Lord,
Saturdays.
they tear me up every summer. Every summer. I saw one by a lady, Saturday, and we were,
Yeah, they even actually got me this year.
oh, they're horrible.
I had something over here. I think it's relatively statistically affordable to live in my neighborhood. Don't change that.
I don't think it's relatively, I think it's all the way affordable.
Some might say it's, some might say it's expensive to live in.
No, I don't think so.
It's, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, agree.
I have to agree with that. I like my rent. Anything else, anybody else? Either one?
I have a couple of comments to make about the challenge.
Uh-huh.
I don't know very many people here. My name is Ron Bean. I'm the building commissioner here in Vanderbilt County. Part of what I oversee is code enforcement, which deals with weeds and trash and all that. So I'm hearing what everybody's saying, and I want to give you some information to help you be sure that you're talking to the right people when you have a complaint. The automatic mowing for vacant properties is scheduled to be between 2 and 3 weeks on a recurring basis. Once we mow it one time, we don't have to do any more citations, no more flags, no more inspections. We just go out there and cut it, and if it gets to be too tall, like this number, 436-7820. That's the number to call for any trash complaint, weed complaint. If a shrub or a tree is blocking an alleyway or a sidewalk or a street, the limbs hanging too low, call that number, complain about it. If it's small, we'll have our people do it.
So you want all this?
Pardon? Yeah, no, absolutely. Those of you who have been around the neighborhood for a while would remember Mary Kicksville. She's been deceased for quite a few years now. But she would ride with the CPO for the entire neighborhood. We would get in the mail like a 5-page handwritten, address by address,
Yes.
weeds and trash.
I want to volunteer for that job.
Well,
We'll work together.
You can have
and for me,
it.
I was an inspector at that time. Unfortunately, this wasn't my area because I would love that. You could have my work. I don't have to go look for it. I know exactly where to go and what to do.
We did that for Banker Over the Lights. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's great. But that first number, 436-7820, any of those kind of complaints you have, my cell phone number, or not cell phone, my work phone number, 812-436-7820. Any other kind of complaint that you get or issues that you have, feel free to call me. I've been around long enough that I know who to put you in contact with. Junk cars that don't operate, aren't licensed on private property, it's area plan commission. On the street, it's city police. The city police have really stepped up their enforcement on that. They've done a great job. Area plan, not so much. And they're working on redoing all the ordinances in the next year to be more responsive to the community's needs, let's put it that way, and be more reactionary. They have the authority to do it. At this point, they don't have the staff or the time, I guess, to do it. But they're working. Let me just look at this list. I have 4 or 5 things that rodents, if they're on your property, go to room 310 in the Civic Center, bring a picture ID with your address on it. They will give you some rodent bait, some plastic gloves to wear, very clear instructions on how to put it out so it's safe and not available for a cat or a dog or squirrel to eat. Find the rat holes and you take a broom handle or something, you shove it down in there so it only gets the rodents. So come up, anybody can get it free of charge.
Is that, what is the word I want to say, environmental
Yes, it's environmentally
Okay,
safe.
so it won't
We actually,
put a bald spot in the ground.
yeah, and, yes.
Well, that's
it's
what I
not-
got last year and put underneath my porch.
Right, and if you put it out correctly, it won't be accessible for a cat to get, or a dog to get. You have to really dig for it, but it's not anything that you're naturally attracted. Also, this 4367820, if you're seeing a lot of rodent activity like visible, call and be sure that your neighborhood's sewers are being baited. I know this neighborhood is on the rotation, and if you call that number to say, hey, I want to know when they're going to be in the Tepe Park neighborhood, and they've already been here, then we can find out and make sure that if there's a problem area where we see them, we use the complaints we receive at that number to decide where we go with the company that makes those. So it's real important. For us, the first step to getting something fixed is to call and get them a complaint to the right. And so never feel bad about calling, never feel bad about calling back, never feel bad about calling back again, and always get the name of the person you call. That way, if you have to get the runaround or you get some misinformation, I'm Ron Bean, you can put that with that 7884 number, and call me if you're having a problem with it. I'll make sure it's taken.
So I think that's something that should be added to our information page or the website or something.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, having that turn.
Yes,
We're trying to get kind of like an information too, for literally pointing people in the right direction.
Right.
Because you get the runaround when you call. They're like, well,
I've
maybe
had
you talk to
that.
this person, maybe you talk to this one.
The maddest people I ever talked to are the people who said, I called the health department, they said call area plan. We called area plan, they said call city engineer. I called city engineers and they said call the building commission. And I get that call, and that's the maddest person. And I say, I can only apologize for the other people, but you do have the right person now. So write that number down so you know who to call. And you don't get a little frustrated.
Ron, what was your second number?
4367884. Oh, you want to say the damn phone?
Oh.
Yeah, 7884. Yeah, that's my
How did
desk.
I get 7820?
7884.
Hey, Ron,
Yes.
do they do the same thing with, like, trash complaints as they do with weed complaints? I know you said you only have to complain one time. They
No, trash. Because we're actually removing, now,
Because they haven't been out.
y'all know a hoarder somewhere in your neighborhood that just collects a lot of stuff,
Well,
it's all in
yes.
their yard.
Yeah.
We have had to have the police out, we had 8 police officers at one address because we were taking things that were valuable to them that looked like junk at every other.
Yeah, Mr. Taylor.
And it's really sad, but I mean yelling, screaming, violent almost.
I think they moved and everything, but there used to be a family and everything. I wondered what they had inside. Because everything outside, you look like
It's
the
the best
room,
inside.
the dining room. It was like,
Yeah.
Okay, I have two
Hold
parts.
on, let me answer this question one more time.
I was talking about like that one lot over there, right now that it's vacant, it's just like a dump spot for people. And I've already called once and they came out and tagged it, but there's nobody came to pick anything.
Well, that's why I asked for your number, because I'm gonna find out how soon the land bank's gonna get the property. And they do
Well, I
that.
don't want to pick up the trash, I mean, this is
No,
furniture and everything.
but they'll,
I'll take the lot.
do you want, yes, yeah, you might have to pay $50 for it. I don't know what they're going rate for now, but
Got it.
to not have it be maintained.
But that's what I was wondering, I didn't know if it was the same time frame as they did the yard mowing. Because, I mean,
No, it's different because we're actually removing things from someone's property. We have to have pictures of what we're taking, so that we can show that it qualified under the.
it's the thing that they allow or something.
And that's just a,
I would think they.
it's a magnet for dumping. Everywhere you see vacant lots, people just think,
Yeah.
it's here, nobody cares.
Yeah, and that's what I was wondering if they came back.
Gallery.
Can we
I have
table this
two
for
parts.
after the?
What's that?
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say.
We had a hermit that was living across the street from me. The landlord came out and cleaned around the property, but they have not cleaned inside. And you can see everything falling out of it. What can be done about that? I mean, it's been flagged numerous times, and nothing has got done.
Call me at 7884, and
Okay.
I'll find out why we haven't submitted it for a raise yet.
And then we have heavy trash coming up soon.
We're like,
Heavy trash in the
Right.
neighborhood soon.
right?
So our basement, and we've been putting stuff behind my shed, which
Right.
is behind the shed in my garage.
Right.
And somebody came out and reported it, and, you know, we're putting stuff together for heavy trash.
Right. Did you get flagged?
Yeah, we've got flags for it.
Okay. Do you know the date for your heavy trash?
That's what I
I think it's next month, but we're trying to get everything together, so this way when it comes, we can just take it from there to over.
Call that 436-7820.
Okay,
Tell them you're gonna put a tarp or something over that so it doesn't look bad, but it is for heavy trash.
okay,
Typically, we encourage people not to put it out until 2 weeks prior, because number one, trash is a magnet for more trash. If you have stuff sitting out there for a while, somebody will say, boom, free dump.
well,
And
it's
they'll do
in my
that.
driveway, we have a shed in my driveway, and then there's the garage, there's, you
We
know.
kind of used it, for us, if we're gonna cite somebody for trash, and then wait 10 days, and then inspect it again. So if you're within 2.5 weeks of the time of heavy trash pickup, it shouldn't. So you must be a little further out than that.
Okay.
So call that 7820 number and tell them that you're gonna cover trash and once, that would be okay.
Okay.
As long as you're not too far out from it, and then, inspect it. Just call us that. I didn't even pick on it, but I wanted to get this information.
Oh, that's fine, because it's some information that we need to know. Some of us have been jumping through.
Call
Well, what's the other
Call
one?
me and get a list. We got our entire list. All right, did I answer your question? or
No,
you-
I was just gonna suggest if there's further conversation or thing around that word.
Yeah.
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 So you've got literature, like looking at that on.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
we
you
were
was
just talking
actually
about
telling
that.
me.
We'll, Donna's this number, your neighborhood group,
Yeah.
lieutenant. I'll make sure Donna has it for the next meeting.
Okay.
The police used to put one out, and it was good, it was like a short, but then we have one as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be around, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have anything for either?
Wait, is that a who to call?
Huh?
Is that a who to call list?
Yeah.
We have those. The yellow cards, you can
Come
come
the yellow cards, they're right over there.
Yeah, the yellow cards over here.
Okay, I'll look at it, see what it is. see
Yeah,
what it
some
is.
very information. Maybe
Calling
that's where I got
211
the
is
idea.
a good idea, too.
Yeah. Sometimes they can get you directed in the right direction, so. Nobody has anything else then?
I just want to add, you sat down longer than I thought you would. I was like, they got right
You
now.
with Nancy.
I was telling you sat down longer than I thought you would. Every time they said something.
Actually, I'm here for 2
I
years.
got
If
four
you talk,
things
you have
on
to
the
keep an eye on
list.
it.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah, I got 4 items on that list.
Well, I'm gonna keep the markers up here, and after the meeting's over, if you think of something else, feel free to put it on here. That way I can get it filled out, and, you know, you can always come Thursday to the, general meeting and participate in this as well, because it will be all clear, so. It's at 6:30, CK Music Center.
Yeah, next up is, Lisa. She's gonna say something real quick before we move on.
I just want to put this out there. Community One is doing early action plans for us, and it's where residents can do some things like this and to improve our neighborhood. And it's a way to engage our community. They are giving grants from $250 to $1,000. Austin can probably tell you a lot more about it. But I just really like some of the ideas on here are things that you could use this for.
Awesome, thanks, Lisa. Next up, I have Austin on the agenda, who's gonna talk about the surveys and also the early action project.
Hey. All right, so this is gonna be pretty quick, but so we started this quality of life plan with the simple belief that if we listen to neighbors like this, collect your guys' ideas, and then help one another actually accomplish them, then we can make this neighborhood a better place. And that's really the simplest idea that you can think of as far as what this is when we talk about the quality of life plan over and over and over again. However, we want to put action to it. And so we're doing two specific things around action. And the first is continued listening. So it has been noted that when we did this quality of life plan, we had a great turnout. We had over 60 people. But that's a small representation of the whole neighborhood, right? There's 1,800 residents at Tepe Park. Maybe it was only representative of a certain demographic, certain age group. Well, that's why this listening on the surveys is very important, because we're going around door to door, block by block, and making sure that we hear from the entire neighborhood, a representative sample of the entire neighborhood. And so we need 160 of these to represent the neighborhood, and that's what we've been doing over the last couple months. There's been a team of us that have been going around doing that, and we're about halfway. So if you're a neighbor and you live in the neighborhood, or you lead an organization in the neighborhood, we would love for you to not leave tonight without putting one of these out. And we're going to continue to do that, so encourage your neighbors also to collect these. And again, this is just so that we can have a good representation and make sure that we're hearing from everyone in the neighborhood, because the quality of life plan is a living document, so we'll make changes and adjustments based on the feedback that we got from neighbors. And you get a $5 Zesto card if you fill it out, so that's a really important part. And then Lisa gave a little plug already for the early action funds. These are projects open up to the neighborhoods to get money in your hands so that you guys can be the change that you want to see in your neighborhood. And as Lisa said, this is a perfect example of the types of projects or the problems that you guys can be the solution towards. And we got on Linwood, you can go and look at what is a perfect example of an early action project. In fact, you can just go ahead, I'm going to say this, you can put in a reimbursement form on the payment estimate, and we'll just count it as an early action project fund, and it will get paid that way. So if you,
Austin,
yeah.
have him stand up there, put it on his spot, or feel free to stick it in somebody's nose, once I think it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, we were actually going to do that, invite anyone that wanted to come up and give some examples and some ideas that they have. But before we turn that over to examples for projects, I just want to say this. We announced the rollout of the early action plans last neighborhood meeting and then didn't tell you how to submit the applications. So, whoops. You can print them out online and then send in a Word document on the website. There's a web email address on there. Or you can turn them in person during one of the Southside Stars days. And what are the hours on those? Or starting after Labor Day.
Yeah, it's starting after the
Okay, well that's not going to work.
This weekend we'll be here because of picnic and doing these stuff, so any of those days.
Okay, yeah, so anytime you can see someone here at the park, drop them off or fill them out, we'll keep it open until next general meeting. How about that? So if you have an idea over the next month, turn them in at the next general meeting or before then, and then we'll work on getting funds out there. So
I think and everything, I'm just going to give you a little nudge and everything, that the envelope that you picked up is just small sections. I mean, it's not something that's impossible to.
yeah, it's like 2 or 3 per block. So
It's really not that hard.
yeah. So yeah, at this time, you guys come up, if you can show pictures around, that'd be awesome to share ideas. I know Lisa just turned in our first application. If she can share her idea, you got another one. If you guys want to share with the community the actions, the ideas that you have, maybe that'll spur on someone else for an action item. All right. So microphone's yours if you want to share it.
Okay, who's coming up first? You had your hand up?
Sure.
Come on up. Facebook wants to see your face too. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
My name is Carmen Craig. I live down here in Jackson. I've actually purposely lived in this neighborhood because there's been great promise. My idea, I've seen it on Facebook, a little boy came up with this wonderful idea to put a food donation box in his front yard where people who are cleaning out their cupboards, instead of taking them to the local food bank, they can put canned goods in there, non-perishables, for hygienic projects, hygienic items So you can take what you want and put what you don't need. So it's a give and take share idea.
Great idea, yeah.
Awesome idea, thanks for sharing. Anyone else that has an idea for an early action project for the neighborhood? Rhonda or Roger Coleman may have already implemented an idea that you want to share with everyone else. All right, come on up.
I didn't realize it was an early project idea. I just wanted my fence to look better.
All right, you got pictures?
Your dad does.
Trailblazer.
But I thought, like, say that something.
Come up to the mic, Rhonda. Carmen did it. It's our first meeting.
I'm not dare you dare your mom.
Introduce yourself to Facebook.
My name is Crystal's mom. My name is Rhonda Coleman, and like I said, we did a little bit of work on our fence up there, but that was just me getting my talented daughter to paint me some flowers on my fence. So I wish I could say that was a project, but I can't do that myself. I can do the white part of the fence that they allowed me to do, but the other stuff that takes a little talent, yeah, that's beyond me. But I think it would be nice if we could have spots like that around the neighborhood. And I don't think it has to be a whole big fence. If we had a section of the fence and we had someone, and I'm sure other people are talented like my kids are that can do that kind of thing, even if we can engage neighborhood kids to do it, they're less likely to vandalize them or anything if they're doing something in those areas. But I think there's a lot of places around this neighborhood where we could beautify or make it look better, even with art, different kinds of art. Because I think a lot of people, well, I didn't realize that many people had seen that little section of the fence that I had done over there, other than, we had neighbors, while we were doing it, honking and stopping, and oh yeah, looks great. And I was like, guess I had a good idea,
Oh no, Glenwood is a well-traveled.
Yeah, and that's why I thought about putting something that, like at that Washington, that vacant area there where that house used to be, that big gigantic house that was there. I think that would be a great spot to put a welcome to the neighborhood kind of, not necessarily have to be a whole big park, because I know the budget on that is like $1,000. But even if we could get something like with a logo or something that lets people know that is where Tepe Park is, because if you don't live here, you don't know it. If you're just coming in through out of town or something like that and you want to stop, or you don't know it's here because it's kind of hidden the way it's located right now. So I think that we could do some kind of welcome to the neighborhood park, or corner. That right there would be a great corner. And I like flowers and I like art. I can grow flowers, but I can't paint them. So. But I thought something like that, or little art hot spots. I know we got pocket parks. Why can't we have pocket art spots? That the neighborhood kids could participate in. I don't know about you, but I used to like drawing when I was little. I don't do it very well, but I think that a lot of the kids that are coming around, I don't know why they don't come to the park. I think that's something we should probably do on the surveys, what would get you to go to the park versus playing in the street like they are. And I thought if they had little art hot spots, they could go, paint up something, change it out every month or something like that. But that's all I got.
Awesome. Okay. Anyone else have some ideas that they would like to share? Lisa?
Playable sidewalks. It's part on
Please
sidewalks.
come up. Facebook would like to hear your idea.
It's been a long time since I saw a lot of stuff.
I know, I was thinking that the other day. I saw it on Facebook.
Please introduce yourself.
I'm Lisa Barnett, and one of the parts of the leadership team here. And one thing that I keep talking about is playable sidewalks. It's where you go and you paint, certain activities or, fun little things for kids to do, especially at bus stops.
Yeah.
Where parents are waiting and you've got little kids with you, take some hopscotch on there. Or I've seen one that was really cool, like checkers.
Need something that doesn't
Oh, you
require
see rocks.
anything. Oh, yeah, I just
Moncala, you can use rocks.
But yeah, something like that. That's what I'm looking at, and doing it in a way where, you know, people see what you're doing and start asking questions and talking about it and share about their neighborhood association.
Yeah, it'd be cool, like some of those places we know that people are already gonna be at, like you said, like the bus stop.
Bus stop.
Awesome idea, Lisa. Anyone else have an idea that they would like to share? Charles?
Yes, semi-raising his hand.
Roger? Please, come to the microphone. Introduce yourself to Facebook.
Jordan Roger Coleman, my name is somebody Roger Coleman.
Crystal's father.
We've lived in the same house for the last 35 years. Our neighbor beside us, he's been living there longer than we've been living there. The neighbors behind us, they've been living there longer than we've been living there. And like, I see them, I know them, they know us, and we realize we're getting old. Sometimes you can't keep up with this property. You know, like what we do now is, like our next door neighbor, you know, he's got a problem with his throat where he can't swallow right, and he's got food and they put in his stomach, so we cut the grass for him. We cut the grass for free. You know, he got 2 lots of cost of speaking his house. He pays for the gas. I just ride him more around his yard. Now, if you see a neighbor that you've been around for that many years, we all get old. You know, the old lady behind us in the alley over on the
What's the idea?
The idea is get to know your neighbors. If you see your yard is going up with weeds, you know, see if you can maybe help them out. You know, go and see if they can help them. Like my next door neighbor, he was cutting down a tree back there with an axe. You know, and like I went over, you know, help your neighbors out. You've been living here long enough to know your neighbors. You know, if you get along with them that many years, you can realize they need help. You know, so help them out the best you can. If you see something that you can help them out with, help them. You know.
Good job, Ben. Anyone else have an idea that they would like to share? How about anyone over in this section? Anyone else? Vanetta?
Don't catch a cold.
Ideas that you'd like to share?
No, I think we pretty much got everything covered on both.
All right. Yep. Please introduce yourself to Facebook.
I'm Peter. So talking about the trash thing, maybe we could use an early action grant to just get one of those concrete trash cans that they have on college campuses and things like that, and pick a corner and stick it there. And maybe we probably have to have some. We'd have to probably have someone who would be able to, who would be willing to empty it. If you're honest with it, it's one of those heavy-duty ones that doesn't move. Stick it by the bus stop. That can't be worth doing.
Great idea, Peter. Anyone else have an idea that they would like to share? All right. Going once, going twice. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next part of our meeting. And I have Potter's Wheel on Southside Stars. Do you guys still have an announcement? It says sharing ideas about programming. They're thinking about it. All right, here comes Lisa.
She did, she knew.
She is.
We've been working with Potter's Wheel for a while on looking at food access, and they're in one of the meetings that I'm at as well. And there are 2 things that are going to be happening this fall. On September 6th at 5:30 p.m. at Potter's Wheel, we're going to actually be having a focus on food discussion to talk about what the community wants to see. You know, do you want cooking classes? If so, what kinds do you want? Do you want, you know, to learn more about, you know, this, or do you need to know how to cook fresh fruits and vegetables from scratch? You know, all those kinds of things. So connecting pieces in that area. They're also going to be doing a pilot program in October. All right, October. And And it's going to be piloting a different kind of cooking class. These cooking classes are focused on what residents can get from food banks or, you know, some of the gardens, things that we can pull out of gardens in the area, and learning how to cook those. So there'll be a lot more information coming out about that, but this is just kind of the preview of what's coming this fall.
Lisa, wait, can you give like a 60-second announcement about Southside Stars?
Okay, well, Southside Stars is a youth program that's here in the neighborhood. And it was started as a casual program, and every other Saturday just start connecting with our youth because we knew a lot of our crime was happening with them. It was very, very successful. We have a lot of youth engaged in that. And based upon what they were saying that they wanted and needed in the neighborhood, that's how Southside Stars Youth Zone was created. And we officially kick off our fall on September 10th, but this Saturday, right after the neighborhood picnic, we'll be in here if parents have questions, want to sign youth up. It's a very skill-based program. It's not just a place for your kids to go. We want to make sure that we're instilling some skills in them that they're lacking at the moment in our areas for various reasons. And then also Tuesdays, the neighborhood, Tepe Park, along with the health department and Promise Zone and Southside Stars are going to be here at the clubhouse in the afternoon because health department is donating a bunch of stuff for our youth program. So it's really awesome, and we get to talk about our neighborhood.
All right, guys, that's all I have for our agenda for tonight. Is there anything else, any announcements from any other people or groups that we need to make at this time? Come forward. Yep. Don't forget to introduce yourself to Facebook.
I'm Neville Mitchell. I'm in membership here. Before I start what I'm really up here for and everything, I remember maybe a week or so ago and everything, I saw that the Potter's Wheel supplies and everything were dwindling. And so I would just like to ask everyone, you know, probably at our next meeting, bring a couple of items or, you know, reach in your cabinets and just drop a couple of items off over there. I'm sure that even though it's in another association, I'm sure some of our people might feel, you know, overflow there is the word I'm looking for, overflow. Okay. I'm Vanetta Mitchell again, and I live at 1211 South Evans Avenue. I want you all to envision Madison, Monroe, Linwood, and Evans. That was square block radius. We've been having a very serious problem. Lisa, Kathy, and myself have tried to get some type of solution and everything with the city. The problem is that we have people in our community that have bought property and they have done their own surveys, stretched out their boundary lines, but shut off the artery to the alley where our trash is removed for us on a monthly basis because we pay for it. For about 2 months now, we haven't had trash delivered or removal, is what I meant to say, and everything. And I just would like for everyone, I don't know if we're going to have to do a call-in session to the Civic Center or whatever.
I think Ron's going to go on with that.
Okay, because we all know there's a law for trash removal and boundaries for vehicles, especially city vehicles, to be able to maneuver and have the right of way in most of the alleys. I got my feet out and everything, and I read it. That house, and my family's been in that house since 1974. And we have never had a problem with trash removal until this year. I went the wrong way, that's the cord.
Hi, I'm Ron Bean, Village Commissioner for both Facebook folks. Every Monday morning, the mayor has a staff meeting with all the department heads. I was there this morning. I brought this subject up because Friday I received an email, which is the first time I've heard about this. So at this point, I can tell you that we're trying to figure out who has the jurisdiction, and I believe what we're finding is that the city engineer will have it surveyed to be sure that they're not encroaching outside their property lines. The way most alleys are written is that from the center of the alley, 6 feet each way is 12 feet. That's the easement that the city has. You cannot encroach on that with
6 feet each way?
from the center of the alley. And so I think what we'll find on those is that those fence posts are in the way and they will have to be removed. But I don't know if anyone was here that represents those owners, okay, of that. I hope that it's not a big deal, and I hope that we can get them moved, because I think they're in there where they need to be moved. It's a problem for the city. I've heard about rodents tonight and people seeing that in their neighborhoods, and the trash not being removed is one of the #1 causes of rodent explosion. So those will need to come down, and the property owners will probably within the next 2 days receive a notice from the city instructing them to do that. So I hope you'll relay that message to whomever and see if we can't get that taken care of so that the trash can be picked up. I certainly feel like everyone has a right to all of their property, but
You gotta get trash.
right, well, but nobody wants the trash left in the neighborhood, so.
Well, and that's where it started becoming a problem because our streets started being littered.
Right.
People were just dropping
Right.
their trash in the street because they had the trash cans. And I know they're 4 o'clock in the morning with a garbage bag picking it up, because that's just a can. But, you know, it's making more and more problem. Now the neighborhood is covered in flies.
Right.
Because of it, and it's just slowly but surely escalating to the point of, something's got to be done.
Well, and hopefully, it'll come about quickly as well. So I know that everyone's working on it in the administration. I would anticipate a resolution by the end of the meeting.
Okay, I was gonna say, how will we be notified? But we will start receiving trash pickup. And what do we do about the 2 months that we didn't get and it's on our bill?
Well, I'll certainly give you the phone number to call to request it. I will connect you with the right person. Beyond that, I can't guarantee anything.
Oh, I'm a senior citizen, I'm on fixed income, every dollar counts.
I'll get back. What's the trash pickup day for you? Tuesday? Okay.
All right. Okay, I have one more update from Chris. Welcome to the podium.
I'm Chris Fleming. I'm with Pottersfield, and Fernando, thanks a lot for your little plug there for us. We do receive donations, clothing, food, just all different kinds of things. So, okay, so we did have a school supply sale recently, and we promised that those proceeds would go back into a community event. And so I'm really excited to let you know about this neighborhood block party that we're having. It's actually going to be next Tuesday evening. And it is a joint venture between Pottersfield and the Newstown Neighborhood Association is going to be part of that. So, so Leonard wanted us to announce that this evening also. And we're inviting all of you because you're our next door neighbors. And so we'd love for you to come, and it's going to be food and music and fun. And so just want to invite you to come. It's 5:30 to 7:30. We are going to have Nick Herman speak. And I think Leonard's got a bunch of surprises for us, so come on along, we'd love to have you.
He's gonna wear a pants.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. Anyone else have any additional announcements before we end tonight's meeting? Okay, so just a reminder that this Saturday is actually our neighborhood picnic, so make sure you come out for that. And also, don't forget, it's very important to fill out your applications for the early action projects. And with that, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. And also get your survey done. Thank you very much.
And we need bodies.
Krista does an amazing job.
Yes. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook. Thank you so much.